Hi, this is Mauvu doing your feedback. If you have any questions, just ping me in your thread. Um, on World Enter, you should just be on third person. It's just better for like seeing more immediately and just the immediate like advantage and information you'll have over someone not doing that is it's just more valuable and like not missing potentially hard to like spot lava pools off spawn when like the one you would go to otherwise could just be like further away. Um, okay, already here there's like a lot of decisions happening. Um, so let's just go back to like entering the seed. So like spin around blacksmith, desert village. You could argue. I mean, there's dead bushes there. You can see like four. I'm not sure how comfortable I would be with only four dead bushes. There's a crafting table house right there, but it's pretty far from the blacksmith. I'm not too sure, but I think you probably should mine at least one log for the crafting table for the better proximity between these two houses. Um, and then the thing that made me pause was I see this gravel patch and there's none to the left, and you should probably, once you reach the shore, jump over, crash over the edge of one of these blocks and punch the gravel. Maybe there is gravel over there, but oh, okay. Sea change already. Surely I haven't yapped this much for a sea change. Okay. Okay, dead bushes worked. But yeah, I'm still not sure. Like, obviously, iron pickaxe, getting the pickaxe and not just iron in the blacksmith chest is a lot better for this route already. But yeah, shears, nice. So instead of punching the three sand, you want to mine the block beneath the door here. You want to break this with your pickaxe, so then you can pillar up twice on the door, and then next to the golem, and then pillar up with the block you mined, and then punch the golem. Um, and I mean, ideally, you'd want to have hay bales before killing the golem, so you can overlap the hay craft. But the only hay bales I saw were very out of the way, so it's definitely time lost to go for them. I don't like this like little micro decision here. You should be, if you're worried about the terrain features, which I guess it's not how I normally would have, I would have just like pillared up right next to him, punched him, and then jumped up again so I can just like kill him without potentially wasting like routing time, which isn't in, because the thing with killing the golem immediately instead of trying to do some movement to like another place before killing him, if you do that movement and then after killing the golem you saw a better way to go, it's kind of like you're wasting that time moving to kill the golem in a like quote unquote better place or whatever. Um, but yeah, if you are going to like move around to like get a better place to kill the golem, you should have gone straight towards the hay bales you saw over there. Okay, there's lava, but you have to go to those hay bales anyway, so it doesn't matter at all. Um, so this lava pool is very annoying. So the filter was gave you like three, didn't it? Doesn't it? Um, and then again, like you don't have your gravel yet. It could have been worth grabbing those carpets out of those houses for the wood light, but there is the river right next to it, so you'd have to get very unlucky. Um, just one thing we should pick block leaves over one of these beds at the very least. Okay, gravel patch right here. I feel like we're getting a little bit too much leaves here. Like, I felt like we had more. Maybe not. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just like inventory management thing there. We've got two beds. The shears is better than beds, so we should have like because you can place the leaves and then the like when you build your portal here in a moment, you'll like obviously place leaves here, and if you could shear this leaf back and be able to pick it up and it mines faster. So not the best portal location, but like it works. I guess if you're ever in a situation where you're like struggling to see a good portal location, usually pillaring or not pillaring, but like bridging one out away from the wall usually fixes your problem. Like it does here, like you place one here and then like you're crouched over the edge, place another leaf and then the water and you've got a fully clean like C-scroll portal the world here. And we took a while to like start the drain here. Like you could optimize your lava placing order there, like doing the higher ones up first, then picking up the water and putting it in the bottom of the portal, and then placing the lower lavas while it drains out. I think, okay, I don't really like your approach here. So we clearly know it's housing immediately. Like we see manhunt like straight away. You see the gold blocks. They're like irregular patterns down there. We don't have gold on us because it's a village enter, and we're entering here, and there's no guys are up here because we spawn right next to it. It's a very easy like call on what to make here, as long as you're like prepared. You just go up again and then do the I mean, I just call it Brunthilde like hole because like I mean that's why it's popularized, but I don't know who made it, but where you drop through the like the gap and then pillar up twice to keep your like to not get like meleeed and stuff, right? Like I think that was just the best play. Like then you can loot the chests, still bring all the guys down, and then potentially be able to leave out of the bastion, not by going up top to the fortress we just saw. Yeah, I'd say. I mean, it's only like I'm only seeing a one match sample size here, but being able to figure out the best way to like there's two parts to okay, yeah, what I'm trying to say, like you think of the split of Nether Enter to Bastion as like sort of one split, but really the split ends at the Bastion route start. So like in that Nether Enter to Bastion split, like you're still like managing terrain and stuff when you get those were the days, like and that's like what's happening here. Like your Bastion route isn't starting until you punch the pig, and like it's just kind of like just like not a super obvious skill is like being able to manage bastion enters from various places in each bastion. So like the bottom of bridge, like or not the bottom, but like the bottom bridge on bridge is like a common one. Like um, inside of treasure, uh, and then like lower stables as well. Like all of those are like common ones you'll see like that it's worth having like solid well not like one like game plan, but like a variety of ways you know you can handle dealing with like different pig locations and stuff like that. Like just like things you can do. Like maybe you want to pillar up in a certain um, certain like stables bastions when the hoglins are in your way or something. Like just stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to say. I think you didn't toggle hard because you went on peaceful there, but I mean that's just okay. You did toggle hard. I don't know how the like no peaceful works in the ranked mod. So I mean, this is just like a little bit of a high roll play, but you know it's an intersecting bastion. You can start doing dynamic render distance while your trades are going to try and spawn strays in the fortress here. Uh, you could get rolled and get a load of withers or something, but I mean, certainly in RSG, I think it's always the correct play if you've got an intersecting bastion. You don't go for it before trades have started because you don't want to spawn a pigman like down or like a pigman down here when you're up top of the bastion, like just ruin your bastion route entirely. But yeah. Okay, so like a little thing with your inventory management here, um, you're like throwing out everything. The main thing I'd say to focus on is excess blocks. So like the sand, the blackstone, and like the netherrack, the cobblestone, and the leaves is what I normally throw out. Like it's just stuff that you're not going to be picking up more stacks of from trades. So it's very much like when you throw out the magma cream and quartz and leather here, it doesn't actually like really help you at all if you think about it, because when you check the trades in like a couple or like very shortly after this, like you're gonna just pick up more of that stuff and it's just gonna fill up your inventory more again. Like it didn't matter that you threw out magma cream there because you're gonna go back, check trades, and you're gonna pick up magma cream again, and like you achieve nothing by throwing it out here. So I say just like stick to the blocks that you don't want to keep. So like for me, it's normally I just keep the soul sand and gravel. Like you'll see most people do that just because you reliably get a lot of them and they do everything you need. You can zero with them as well, but that's more of a backup. Most people split nether brick to try and keep enough blocks to be able to reliably zero. Like gravel soul sand is particularly annoying for 1 in 8, I'd say. But yes, well, I'd say a little rant about inventory management, so quite a big rant. Yeah, splitting netherbrick, that was very good. And the string, I don't think, um, yeah, we didn't pre-craft a bed, but we could have pre-crafted, I don't think we had iron actually. No, but we left some in the chest. Oh, we did have iron. I'm crazy. Yeah, we should have at least tried to craft an iron axe. It's gonna save like significant amount of time killing blazes, and even more so is iron sword and iron axe. I'd say if you're in the situation you can only make one and you've got a stone axe, I'd probably, even though iron sword would technically allow you to kill the blazes faster, I think iron axe is just better because it gives you so much more like flexibility in being able to like craft wool and craft glowstone like in between blaze hits. It's just feels so nice to use as well. Like, but yeah, try being able to craft both is always ideal. I throw it out. That's yeah. I mean, that's just something to add to your gameplay. Is like iron axe, iron sword. We're making it here. Yeah, we shouldn't have. So yeah, a thing with making iron axe and iron sword and stuff like that. You want to make it before you pick up trades, so that because when you pick up trades, your inventory gets like filled a lot, like gets like fully filled up, right? So then you have to clear it again, and then you have to make the axe. Like it's like you're clearing it multiple times. Like it's just bad. You want to be able to like on non-village seeds and non-temple seeds. You want to be able to pre-craft your bed, your axe, maybe your bow if you've got enough like extra sticks for it. Like all of that stuff you want to do before you pick up trades initially. 13 obby. I mean, home portal's not that bad here, I don't think. But it does mean you have to get 7 rods. Oh, we didn't check top chest. I'm actually losing it today. I feel like we're not. I mean, that's not like a bad play, but I think we should be trying to use our pearls at this point. Like, you haven't had to use any to get to the fortress. We've got 15 bread, like full health. We need to be making use of our pearls to make like in a vacuum. You're like, oh, that's like a 2 second time save pearling onto the fortress, but like you can just pearl down the whole the I don't know what's called, like a pearl down the bridge of the fortress. Like you've got more than enough food to justify doing it. You've got a ton of pearls. Like it's just like a gameplay like style decision. Like you realize you've got like pretty much infinite health, infinite pearls. Like you want to play really aggressively, especially when there's like no risk of a weird death. This is a bit of an awkward situation regarding the amount of blocks we have. Um, okay, so just like you were overlapping crafts and stuff in between like killing guys. Just a few things we should be doing is um, you craft 41 wool here. Like, I mean, one, we're never really going to be using all that wool, but like another thing is you pretty much always want to craft a multiple of 3 amount so that when you craft your beds, you haven't got any extra wool left over taking up an inventory slot to like clutter your inventory more. It's just like a good rule to have. And here, some things you can be recrafting in between these blaze hits is your blaze powder, eyes of ender, sticks as well for your gold pickaxes and your bow. And you should have pre-crafted eyes at the very least in the nether. Um, it's just nice to like you might get a break and then you might need 5 more blazes for your 7th rod, so you ideally just want to overlap um, your iCraft with the spawner ticking down for its next cycle. You should have pearled earlier. Then yeah, I'm not sure why we're not pearling so much. I think that's just like a lack of like again we're just not being aggressive. We've got 13 bread, 15 well yeah 15 pearls. We should throw the pearl, run down, pick up the eyes, and then it lands in like a second, and then you F3C, and then if you're any more than like 7 blocks away, you pearl again on in that direction. Like it's just so much health and food. And yeah, why do we have multiple pickaxes on our hotbar? I just don't agree with that. And then multiple beds as well. Like, why are the eyes not on the hotbar here? We should be using thin macro in our preemptive. It's just more precise. Like, if you've got mobs in front of the portal room, being more precise enables you to have a better chance at getting uh, like being able to look at the portal room without having the mobs directly in your FOV, which gets you a pure spike. In ranked especially, we should be F3Fing to up our render distance when we see the portal room instead of using the settings change. And here you can just jump and overlap the eats in the portal entry to just skip eating the food, eating the bread while we go into the end here. So hang on, and see how close it is. Yeah, so you're significantly ahead of your opponent here. So it does feel a little bit bad, but I do suggest like just pausing on end enter, waiting for it to load in, and you can look at the end island for like a half second, and just like it makes it easier to get a good pearl off, and it just makes it easier to hit the 0 even though you lose a small amount of time. Like it just ups your consistency at actually completing the run with the consistent 0 instead of like failing it or something. Um, so with boating down from 0, you generally want to be able to be placing the boat on a soul sand and then boating off so that your boat can't break because it's not falling like a actual amount of like blocks, and it pretty sure it can't break because of that. I don't remember the exact mechanics, but you had no soul sand. Obviously, you ran out when you were building the platform and the spawner. So here I would have just eaten a bread, waited to heal up, and then pearl down. Just to, because like what you did, there's certain heights where the boat just breaks if you fall like a certain amount of blocks, and you take full damage and you'll just die. Um, Other things you can do to avoid it is reset the boat full by crouching to get out and then re-entering it immediately. You can also just exit the boat before it hits the ground, like a block or two above it, and just walk off the boat or something. But those, even though it's not very hard to do those, it does require like you actually doing something in a timing compared to just like placing your boat on top of a soul sand that you place and boating off. It's just fully consistent and you never die, and you don't need to do any like technical thing. Um, Same with just eating, healing up, and then pearling down. Like you're just completely fine doing either of those. Um, but yeah. Overall, I'd say it was mainly the main thing I'd say outside of everything I mentioned was just like the pathing and the overall again. I'd say it was very much reactionary. Like we didn't really think about going for these hay bales at all until like we'd killed the golem. Like when I think you should have gone for them straight after getting your making your tools. But I don't think I have too much to add to what I said earlier, so I think I'll leave it there. If you have any questions or anything, just ping me in your thread and I'll make sure to answer. Thanks for sending in the run.